Hey, are you ready for audience participation day? Woohoo! Yes, I'm going to ask you to participate. I'm going to give you some of movies' most famous or memorable one-liners. And the person who correctly identifies the movie and who said it will win something that I'm going to tell you about later on. I'm going to give you till Friday at midnight, and we'll see who comes up with the most correctly answered one-liners. Okay, here's the first one. Hey, and there is no picking on my impressions of these people, okay? All right, first one. There's no place like home. Go ahead, make my day. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too. Houston, we have a problem. After all, tomorrow's another day. Hasta la vista, baby. I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. You talking to me? My precious. Surely you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. You hadn't yet. Hello. Bond. James Bond. Show me the money! May the force be with you. My mama always said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Here's looking at you, kid. Well, there you go. Those are the top 16 first person, well, not the first person, the person who can correctly identify the most, the movie, and who said it by Friday at midnight will win. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Happy feet! Still in the wrapper, brand new. Everybody wants a little bit of happy feet, don't ya? Anyway, I will ship this to you if you're the one that first, the first one to correctly identify all of them or the most. Okay, John and I like to rent a movie on a Friday or Saturday night, and recently we have watched the worst movies. And you know, it got me wondering, why? Why are there so many bad movies out there? And it makes me revisit my favorite movies. So I always like to keep my little list of top 5 movies, top 10 movies, or whatever. And what makes them memorable for me? And as a writer, I would like to know what makes movies memorable for you too. I mean, is it just a great plot? Do they have memorable characters? Do they make you laugh through the whole thing? Is it just plain entertaining? Or does it leave you inspired? Any of the above or more. I would love to hear from you what your top 5 movies are. My top 5, I'm going to start with number 5, and I must admit I have a tie, so I'm actually going to have 6 in there. You can too if you want. Number 5, The Right Stuff. This is talking about when America first started their space program and how they chose their first astronauts. So it's based on a historical fact, and it's kind of got that heroic feel to it that I just love. Tied for 5th is also Nell, which is about this woman who was raised in the mountains and really didn't even know the English language and how civilization dealt with her on that. Wonderful plot, wonderful characters. 4th place, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I mean, doesn't everybody have that movie on their top 5 list? I know. What does that say about me? Oh, well. I love that movie. Bill and Ted, their characters that they developed are hysterical. Makes me laugh all the way through that movie, so how can that be bad? Number 3. What is it? Oh, yes. How could I forget? Singing in the Rain. I love musicals, and this is my all-time favorite musical. Gene Kelly is my favorite, and Donald O'Connor and Debbie Reynolds are just adorable in it. Number 2, Schindler's List. Let me tell you, this movie left me inspired. There's a part, my favorite scene is when Schindler had saved a lot of Jews during World War II by employing them in his factory. And at the very end, he was running out of money, and he realized, he said, if I could only have sold my car, I could have saved that many more Jews, so that many more lives. And let me tell you, by the time he had worked up to that scene, that movie had me in the palm of their hands, and it left me so inspired. Number 1, Les Miserables. Also a Liam Neeson movie. And my favorite scene in there is when the main character steals some silver from a priest. I'm not going to tell you what the priest's response was. You'll have to watch it to find out. But that's my favorite scene. You know, aside from the Bible, that is what I consider the best example of grace and God's redemption. Just a wonderful, wonderful story. All right, so those are my top 5. What are your top 5? You don't have to go into great detail like that unless you want to. You can just say, oh, it made me laugh, or it's inspirational, or whatever. So you got your homework cut out for you. Give me your top 5 movies and why. And also see if you can play that little contest. See if you can identify the most one-liners. Okay, looking forward to reading your comments, and until next time.